would have cracks all over the place if I did that.
Okay, so here we go. Let's put this, let's center this. Let's start with the lid because we need that to fit. So I'm just going to give that a quick little trim. And notice I didn't just flat or flat. I kind of went around the corner so that you've got this nice round edge. And there we have it.
There it is.
It fits. Okay. So let me get this one, get a knob on it. Or a strap handle, whatever you want to put on it. I throw knobs. I know a potter who used to throw all their knobs separately and then attach them as if they were hand building. I thought that was a lot of extra work. It was, but he was like that. That was his personality. He would throw them on the hump, but and he was very consistent about it. You know, and so it was just his way of approaching it. It worked for him. He said, whatever works.
And to do a strap, you would just do like a coil and maybe put a design in it and then just attach it.
Yeah, just figure out what looks good to you. I like my knobs to be fairly big so that they're easy to grab onto, and the older I get and the more arthritic my fingers are, the better I like those big knobs, unless they're too big.
And when is this class for decorating?
It is the 21st and 22nd.
Okay.
It's a Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And if
Is it the only time of year you do it?
Well, I usually teach workshops in the first half of the year. By the time we get to the second half of the year, I'm working really hard doing a couple of shows and filling orders at my studio and that kind of thing. So it's more difficult for me to get away. So I don't mind, you know, giving up the time and everything during the spring. But by late summer, I'm usually done with workshops.
Yeah, you're doing Christmas, I would imagine.
Well, that's why they say Christmas in July. That's actually a retail concept. A wholesale concept, whatever. And we're ordering at our gallery. We're ordering from other potters and getting our Christmas inventory ready to go by ordering what we need for, because you can't just order from a potter. Generally, if I order from you, Joan, I want 12 of your mugs. How long will it take you to produce
Oh, next year, about January.
So a lot of potters need minimally, we say 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But y'all are just firing it every week.
From wet clay to your door is 4 to 6 weeks, and the 4 weeks comes when it's fairly close and local, and we're not doing anything else, and you put the order, and a day later it goes into production. By the time we get to September and October, we are backed up on orders. Here comes trouble, and
Who is that?
Kim and Myra. So by the time we get to, you know, it's like we're backed up. So it's 6 to 8 weeks from raw clay to a delivery because they're waiting on firing times.
Rich, when you attach that, would you pull your hands back? Because I have trouble. I torque the knob off.
Oh, when you're throwing?
So I attach that. I feel like I'm doing really good, and then I try to do
so
my final thing.
you're probably just getting too dry. Okay, so I'm going to get that wet. I don't want water going all over this, by the way. So I'm going to get my fingers wet. I'm going to get the knob wet, and I'm not going to re-wet that whole thing, or you're going to collapse it while you're throwing it. So then I'm going to center that knob by pushing forward and pushing down this way, just right into that knob, not downward onto the wheel head. Okay, so I'm doing this, pushing in, and you see how I'm just kind of, I'm centering it to itself. All right. And now, a lot of times I use little ball knobs, which you saw right there, but we'll go out a little bit wider this time. And there we have it. And see, the water's barely getting down here. Slide that off.
And you don't have to wipe the water off to keep it from cracking?
No, actually it's nice because the lid is now being re-wet, so it can fit. But what you'll find is sometimes this will be big now.
Because you expose it a
Because the
little.
pressure pushing down.
Okay.
So you may have to retrim it when it's leather hard, if it doesn't fit.
Well, this, oh, when that's, okay.
And all I'm going to do now is to clean this up. And we put that intentional deep finger marks in it.
Mm-hmm. And I love those.
We want to make sure none of them are sharp, or, you know, like here I can see some finger marks, so what I'm going to do is just kind of smooth over that surface a little bit, and then maybe come in here, trim out smooth right there.
Oh.
Oh, did I put that? Yeah.
Do you make those?
Yeah, I make these. You come to the class, you go away with one, you make yourself.
I'm gonna sign up. I can't not do this.
I love that noise.
I do too. There's something about it.
Not until I saw it the first time and heard it did I even know why they called it
Mm-hmm.
chatter. You know, the technique chatter.
Well, I've done it accidentally when you try to
Yeah,
trim
if your
something
tool's too sharp
too
or
dry.
you're a little bit,
Yeah, a little more than leather hard. And I love the effect.
sometimes it can happen when you're, there we go.
Oh my god. Oh, that's beautiful.
So you can do these little jars, you know, like for your thing,